Swagatam, Kombawa, welcome. Thank you very much for being here this evening. I'm Shailin Merchant, and I'm your MC for the evening. I'm very excited to be here amongst all our guests to celebrate the 20th year of Chola MS. Thank you for being here with us and participate in our celebrations. Dignitaries from the consular services, representatives of Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance Japan, partners and associates from all our business verticals, past and present members of the board, members of the Murugappa family, senior management from Murugappa Group companies, and past and present employees of Chola MS, and every one of you that has joined us virtually. Thank you. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the lovely city of Chennai. Many of you have traveled from outside, and to the home of the Murugappa Group's headquarters. May I have the spotlight? Here is the spotlight on one of the landmarks of Chennai, the Murugappa Group headquarters, their house, lit up in the vibrant colors of Chola MS's brand to mark the 20th anniversary. I'm sure you'll all agree it is a brilliant spectacle, isn't it? Thank you, thank you. For a 20-year-old business set up and nurtured by two enterprises with a long history of thriving through changes over centuries, today is indeed a moment of pride. It is time for us to begin the evening's program by invoking the blessings of the Almighty by lighting the traditional lamp. To light the lamp, it is my pleasure and privilege to invite the following dignitaries to the dais. Mr. M.V. Subaya, former chairman of the Murugappa Group. Sir, may we have you come to the dais, please? Mr. A. Velayan, former chairman of the Murugappa Group. Keisuke Utsuka-san, managing executive officer of MSI. Mr. Ramaprasad, member of the board. Mr. M.M. Murugappan, chairman of Chola MS. Mr. Sridharan Rangarajan, member of the board. And Naoki Takeda-san, whole-time director. And may I also request Mr. Suranarayanan to accompany them to the dais. This evening, we have ringside seats for you to witness the fascinating journey of 20 years of Chola MS unfold over the next few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. May we have the AV, please?
We have a story of a journey,
which began right here. It is a legacy of insurance services and dynamic partnerships to serve India, where we have built more than 30 million relations. Relations that have trusted us with our pledge to protect. This is the story of Chola MS over 20 years and beyond.
I would like to express deep gratitude to all the stakeholders who have supported Chola MS growth over the past 20 years. It is my great pleasure to join as a member of Chola MS in celebrating this memorable year. Actually, both the Murugappa Group and the MSI Group have 5 core values, respectively. But they have a lot in common. It may have been a coincidence, but these shared values between partners are very important for both parties with different organizations and cultures to move forward together. And I feel that this is a foundation of our collaboration today. Based on the core values of both partners, it is my mission to further promote this cross-culture for the next 2 decades and more, to deliver peace of mind and safety to our customers, and to respond to the social challenges in India.
It all started in 2002 when the Murugappa Group from Chennai joined hands with Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance Company Limited in Japan.
The appetite for entering the general insurance business by the group was triggered by the fact that we are already in the financial services sector. This was further motivated by the fact by the visits of various foreign financial companies who saw India as a good destination after the opening of the economy in the 1990s. Our discussions for partnership were mainly with companies based in the West. These discussions fell through just as the insurance sector was opened up to the private players in India. At that stage, we felt it will be better for us to go on our own rather than look for a partner immediately. While we're doing the licensing for the business, Mitsui Sumitomo approached us for a partnership. We found them to be as conservative as us in our approach, and hence the partnership clicked. I'm indeed happy that the company is celebrating its 20th year this year. To look back from when the group considered entering the general insurance business till today, the company has grown in size and in stature. May I wish the team all success in the future. I do hope that we will be a major player in the general insurance business in this country. Thank you.
The conviction to serve our customers nurtured us through our beginnings. What does this conviction mean to us? It symbolizes your smile, your faith, and your happy tomorrow. The lives we secure and the hope we bring to them has paved the path to our journey. It is about evolving as a community. It is about reinventing rapidly to become faster, accessible, and further inclusive. And that's just the beginning. It expands to provide support and relentless assistance in your time of need. However, protection doesn't remain confined. It develops exponentially and crosses the boundaries of definitions, all of which has made us what we are today. Looking at the years gone by, our momentous kickstart catapulted our growth and led us through our first steps. An accelerated approach to incremental growth has always been the plan.
Over 20 years ago, two institutions with a rich heritage and a long legacy came together to form Chola MS. These were the Murugappa Group in India and Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance of Japan. Over these years, the cornerstone of the development and progress of Chola MS has been building enduring relationships and trusting partnerships through the tradition of its investor partners. Over the years, we have learned much as we serve our customers. and hopefully we have served them so that they are delighted always, and we will continue this service as we look ahead. In continuing this service, we will embrace new technologies, provide new avenues for insurance support to the uninsured, thereby developing a wider footprint for Chola MS. 20 years is a time for thanksgiving and rededication. Thanksgiving to all of you, our stakeholders, and rededication with a commitment to serve you even better. Thank you all.
Our motto has driven us through trust, transparency, and technology to keep going at it.
Chola MS has completed 20 years of servicing to its customers. These 20 years have been eventful, where we have weathered many a natural catastrophe, but we have earned the trust and goodwill of over 20 million customers. All of us at Chola MS offer our profound thanks and gratitude to all stakeholders. Also, at this critical juncture, we pledge ourselves to grow digitally, get stronger, and gain market share. It is also our commitment that we continue to retain our core philosophy of dealing transparently in all our business dealings. Happy anniversary.
Our partnerships have only strengthened us. We have changed gears to become DG Smart Insurer through the tools of digitization, communication, and artificial intelligence, while we consistently pace to achieve revenue milestones. The aim has been simple: touch hearts a many, impact millions greatly, and grow enormously. Our principles have defined us to be nothing but the best. This trust has given us wings in our endeavor to protect, helping us lend a hand not just to our customers, but extend care for every life we can. As we step into the future with a legacy to call our own, here's to the next 20.
This is the story of Chola MS over 20 years.
What a spectacular story, isn't it? More chapters to unfold when we meet for the next milestone of 25, and that's a promise. I now have great pleasure in inviting Mr. M. M. Murugappan, Chairman of Cholamandalam MS General Insurance Company Limited, to address the gathering. We watched him narrate the story of Chola MS in the film. Now we have the privilege of hearing him live. I'm sure he has some great insights to share. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a rare honor and a unique privilege to stand before you this evening with gratitude and pride. For as Murugappa Group and Mitsui Sumitomo General Insurance, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Chola MS. Gratitude to senior members of the Murugappa family, and I am so pleased that we have amidst us this evening Mr. Subaya, Mr. Alagappan, and Mr. Valayan, all three who have helmed the Murugappa Group with great success. First, for their vision, and later, their oversight. A vision for entering the general insurance business, and thereafter, developing and nurturing a partnership with Mitsui Sumitomo. To the leadership of Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance of Japan, boards of directors of both institutions, erstwhile board members, and erstwhile leadership of Chola MS, we are grateful for your contribution for the development and progress of Chola MS. A matter of pride because today, along with my colleagues at Chola MS, we have the responsibility of taking forward this vision on a bedrock of sound values of the Murugappa Group and Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance, translated into Chola MS's commitment of trust, transparency, and technology. Your presence here this evening is a great honor and inspiration for us to pursue these commitments with passion and perseverance. As partners, customers, advisors, industry colleagues, members of the Consular Corps, and well-wishers, all of you have given us an opportunity to develop the insurance business over these 2 decades. The vintage of insurance in the Murugappa Group is not just these 2 decades. The Murugappa family's understanding of and involvement in the business dates back to the year 1931. Mr. A.M.M. Arunachalam, in his biography, Looking Back from Moulmein, in the chapter captioned Seeing a Different Future, states this: the purchase of an insurance company at an inexpensive value then by another community businessman was a pointer to the Murugappa family to set up an insurance business despite the competitiveness even then in the field. They realized that the fund availability in an insurance company would be large, and they knew through years of experience how to invest these funds wisely and nurture them. So, the Indo-Union Insurance Company was formed with a strong board, and Mr. Arunachalam's brother, Murugappa, took it under his wing and also took Mr. Arunachalam under his tutelage. In later years, the Murugappa Group spawned many manufacturing joint ventures with companies across the world. Hence, with a pioneering spirit and the ability to build enduring relationships, Chola MS came into being 20 years ago after the Indian insurance sector was opened up for private and foreign investment in the year 2000. Our partners, MS&AD Insurance Group of Japan, have an equally rich heritage and history. They share similar values of the Murugappa Group and have built an international presence in 49 countries. Given their confidence in Chola MS, they increased their shareholding as well 6 years ago. Otsuka-san, we are indeed grateful for the partnership. We are grateful for developing a common understanding, creating synergistic strategies, and working closely across all facets of the business. More recently, we will start with a commitment in a couple of months' time between Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance and Chola MS in the emerging fintech arena as well, to leverage talent in India, for India, and across the world. The opportunity for general insurance in India is projected to grow at a compounded growth rate of at least 10% from 2,172 billion rupees in the year 2021 to 3,485 billion in 2026. And this is in terms of the gross written premium. The market, therefore, offers a great opportunity across various sectors and also geographies within our country. Hence, it is natural that many companies see such sectoral attractiveness and have entered the market. And it is good for India because the market is still underpenetrated. Newer companies and platforms have emerged using digital technology, and today customers have a wide choice: insurance, greater reinsurance opportunities as they build further capacity and capability in their businesses. All this together with a passionate regulator generally bodes well for the industry. Of course, with increased competition, which is natural, insurers will find new avenues to serve customers better. Chola MS is no exception. Looking to the future, we will strive to serve our customers well through new products and services, working through partners like many of you here today, who have come here on this occasion to reinforce your confidence in and commitment towards our enduring partnership. We will use information technology and data science to not only serve our customers better by enabling them to manage their risk and protect them against unexpected losses. We will journey together with our customers to enhance their protection through risk consulting, sharing knowledge, creating wellness platforms, while we use technology to improve our efficiency and effectiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, at Chola MS, we recognize that we are by no means perfect. We have a long way to go. We therefore invite you, our partners and customers, to be open and constructive in your advice and critical comment, which will help us provide better services and further strengthen our bonds of friendship and partnership. I'm privileged to work with wonderful investors, the Murugappa Group and MSI, a knowledgeable and supportive board of directors, and my colleagues. You are truly outstanding. You are dedicated, you are diligent. Some of you are here. There are thousands across the country. Suri, I greatly appreciate your leadership of the company and that of your leadership team. And what is important is the glue that binds us together in our journey towards being a valued insurer to customers in India is the values we share and our pledge and commitment to trust, transparency, and technology. And we will do this with dignity, independence, and discipline. Thank you all for being with us this evening. You mean a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the story of the Indo-Union Insurance Company. It was definitely a revealing story for us. It was a revelation. And thank you for setting the agenda for the future for Chola MS. I assure you on behalf of the employees that we would invest in growing deeper and stronger bonds with our JV partners, our partners and customers on the solid bedrock of our values. Thank you. Chola MS is a joint venture. It is a role model for the general insurance industry with a deep commitment to enhance the reach of insurance to the underserved in our country. We now have a message from Funabiki-san, the Chief Executive Officer of MSI, our joint venture partner. He has shared his message over an audiovisual. May we have the audiovisual message, please?
わなか三井住友海上社長の船引です。チョラ MS の設立20周年、誠におめでとうございます。現地で皆さんに直接お会いしてお祝いをお伝えできないのは大変残念ですが、ビデオを通じて20周年のお祝いを申し上げます。20年前、合弁事業の調印式において、当時社長の上村さんはこのように語っていました。三井住友海上にとってインド損保事業への参入は長年の夢であり、ムルガッパグループという最良のパートナーとその第一歩を踏み出すことに大変興奮している。それから20年、チョラ MS がインド損害保険市場において多くのお客様から支持いただける保険会社として成長を続けていることをジョイントベンチャーのパートナー代表として大変嬉しく思います。チョラ MS の成長を支えていただいたお客様、パートナー、代理店、社員の皆様に心から感謝申し上げます。この20年間の世界を振り返りますと、私たちを取り巻く環境は大きく変化してきました。例えばデジタル技術の進展、気候変動、パンデミック、国家間の紛争による地政学的リスクなどの影響により、私たちの生活様式は大きく変化し、将来の不確実性が高まっています。一方、私は将来を見通すことが非常に難しい時代だからこそ、リスクを扱う保険会社の存在意義はますます高まっていると考えています。三井住友海上は2022年度からスタートした中期経営計画において、目指す姿を未来にわたって世界のリスク・課題の解決でリーダーシップを発揮するイノベーション企業としました。この目指す姿に向けて、私たちは全世界においてリスクソリューションのプラットフォーマーとして社会課題の解決に取り組むことにより、社会のサステナビリティを実現します。インドにおいてもムルガッパグループと三井住友海上はパートナーとしてチョラ MS の事業を通じて、今日ご出席されている皆様と一緒に社会課題の解決に貢献していきたいと考えています。チョラ MS はこれまでも保険商品、サービスの提供を通じて社会課題の解決に向け取り組んできました。例えば、お客様が訪れ、その場で保険契約が完結できる店舗、スマートオフィスを全国に展開し、地方、農村部の保険普及に貢献しながら、チョラ MS の成長につなげてきました。私自身、2019年にスマートオフィスの店舗を訪問したことがあり、社会課題の解決とビジネス機会の獲得を両立する先進的な取り組みに感動したことを鮮明に覚えています。例えば、チョラ MS がこれからも社会との共通活用を創造しながら、持続的成長を実現していくことを確信しています。その実現のために、三井住友海上はグローバルベースでのシナジーや、当社グループが有する経験やノウハウをインドにおいても展開していきます。これからの10年、20年先を見据え、社会問題の解決に資する新たな商品、サービスを共に開発し、お客様に提供していきましょう。三井住友海上は、チョラ MS のさらなる発展のために、ムルガッパグループと共に手を取り合って、共に困難を乗り越え、永続的なパートナーシップを一層強固なものにしていきます。そして私たちは、これからも皆様の事業の挑戦の歩みを支え、いい方の未来を迎えられるよう、保険の力を通じて皆様の課題解決に貢献してまいりたいと考えています。最後になりますが、お客様、パートナー、代理店、社員、そしてここにいらっしゃる皆様のますますの発展を記念して、私からの挨拶とさせていただきます。本日は誠におめでとうございました。 バルトカル。
Arigato gozaimasu, Funabaki-san. Thank you for your message of congratulations and your commitment to continue to work with the Murugappa Group in general insurance. We indeed did miss your presence this evening. MSI, being an innovation company, is a great direction to set, and that too through social responsibility and new products and services to work on that aspect. Thank you. May I request Otsuka-san to convey our gratitude to Funabiki-san for sharing his message with all of us here this evening. Thank you. I now have immense pleasure in inviting Otsuka-san, the Managing Executive Officer of MSI, to address this August gathering. We're delighted that you could be here this evening, sir, all the way from Japan, and participate in this evening's celebrations. Thank you.
Vanakkam. Empearu Keisuke Otsuka. Nan Japaniru Irundu Banderu Kiren. This is my first Tamil, and I was able to pronounce Tamil better than our president, Mr. Funabiki. So first of all, I'd like to express my sincere congratulations to Chola MS on its 20th anniversary. It is my great pleasure to celebrate this milestone in person with you all today. Since the dawn of the pandemic, travel from one country to another has been difficult. But I stand here today and realize that global mobility is steadily recovering. In 2003, MSI, together with Murugappa Group, established Chola MS and entered the Indian general insurance business. Over the past 20 years, Chola MS has grown to become one of our largest business entities in Asia, which is our primary focus region. In Japan, one's 20th birthday is considered to be a passage into adulthood or full maturity, both physically and mentally. As a partner, we are very happy and proud that Chola MS has steadily grown and reached this special milestone while fulfilling its important social mission, which brings safety and peace of mind to the people of India. This growth is a testament to the trust that Chola MS has earned in the Indian market. And I would like to express my deepest respect for the leadership of everyone at Murugappa Group and Chola MS. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of our customers, agents, partnership companies, employees, and other stakeholders for their support. The 20-year journey we have taken with Murugappa Group also correspond with the friendship that both India and Japan has developed. When Chola MS was established, the two countries had just agreed to the India-Japan Global Partnership. And since then, relations between the two countries have been steadily strengthening. This year is also 70th year anniversary of the diplomatic relation between India and Japan, which is another important milestone. Decades of friendly ties between India and Japan will continue to grow based on the foundation that has been built up so far, and the cooperation in the economic and industrial field will be further accelerated. As our President, Mr. Funabiki, stated in his video message, we would like to work with all of you here today to solve India's social issues and contribute to the realization of sustainable society. Towards this goal, I believe that insurance companies themselves need to change and transform the value they provided to you. Through the offering of insurance product, insurance companies have provided the value of compensation in the form of insurance claim payments, which is the essential function of insurance. From now on, in addition to providing the value of compensation, it will be necessary to provide the value of before and after compensation. In other words, the value provided will be in services that prevent accident and disasters, as well as services that support smooth recovery after an accident. An example is the telematics motor insurance. Telematics motor insurance allows us to collect data on drivers' travel distance, driving behavior, and other informations. Based on these information, we can offer safe driving advice and adjust the insurance premium based on driving performance. As a result, it raises drivers' awareness of road safety and potentially prevent accidents. In the event of an accident, the location of the accident can be identified from the data, and we can support a smooth recovery after an accident by quickly dispatching road assistance services. Looking ahead to the next 20 years, we will continue to provide new value in India together with everyone here through the Chola MS business. In closing, I would like to express my best wishes for the continued success of everyone here today. Thank you very much. Inia Baru Tukar.
Arigato gozaimasu, Otsuka-san. Thank you. We at Chola MS assure you that we will continuously work on building stronger bonds, exchanging best practices, and bring the best value to our customers, and all this on the solid bedrock of our shared values. Cometh the moment, cometh the man. The visionary who spotted the opportunity in the general insurance industry when it was opened and grabbed this with both hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I take immense pleasure in inviting Mr. M.A. Alagappan, former chairman of the Murugappa Group, to share his story about the startup in 2001 that has grown into Chola MS as we know it now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure being with you all today on the 20th year of existence of Chola MS. First of all, may I congratulate the team for the consistent growth of the company, both in terms of the top line and also in the operating parameters. When I was asked to join in today's celebrations, I thought it may be appropriate to talk about the evolution of the company, as most of you in this hall may not know. With the opening of the economy in the early 90s, a lot of overseas financial services personnel were interested in getting into the Indian market, either on their own or through partnerships. Chola Finance, even then, was considered a good bet for a partnership, and hence we had a lot of visitors. We also had a lot of invitations to visit their offices in their respective locations. Our appetite for insurance business was created by Sun Alliance. After a period of discussion, there was a move to start a risk management company. Sun Alliance was a target for either a merger or a buyout. Sun Alliance finally merged with Royal Insurance. I remember the day when we went to see Royal Insurance in London. They gave us a long explanation, and at the end of it, they said they'd go with their proposed partners, Shriram Group of Delhi. Anandan, who was with me, and both of us were disappointed with their decision, as we had put in a lot of effort to start the risk management company. Guardian Royal, which is in the Royal Stock Exchange building, was literally across the street in the city of London. We crossed the street and introduced ourselves. It was not quite like that, as they knew about us, and we had a couple of discussions with their representatives in India. The managing director of Guardian Royal was quite impressed with our presentation and our approach and agreed to have a partnership with us. We got the risk management company working, and even a few board meetings were held. This risk management company today is 25 years old. Unfortunately for us, Guardian merged with AXA of Paris. So Anand and I started to visit Paris and commenced our discussion with AXA. In all this exercise, we were assisted by one Rangarajan, who had the knowledge in insurance, but he left us before we formed the company. All these discussions were before the government of India formally said that they would open out insurance to the private sector. We thought we had progressed well with AXA and were prepared to go along with them. The government announced the entry of private sector in insurance, and at the same time, AXA informed us they would be dropping their efforts to set up shop in India, as they had just bought a life insurance company in Japan. The small committee I had at Chola Finance to take forward the insurance proposal were upset, and we had to give ourselves a few months to recover. In the recovery process, Mr. Natarajan, former chairman of United India, and Mr. Moni, former chairman of General Insurance Company, helped us in our thinking. With the base presentation, we went to the corporate board for approval and got rejected. This saddened us further, but we did not give up. 6 months later, with a slight reformed team, we went to the corporate board and presented our proposal. We had very good support from the members of the board to our proposal, and this weighed in our favor. There were 3 stages for getting licenses to start an insurance company, and a lot of the companies had already gone through the first 2 stages. We did our workings, approached the regulator for our first stage of license. We got through the tough questioning from the regulatory board and started to form the company. At this stage, we had a message from Mitsui India that they would like us to meet their people from the sister company, a sister insurance company, and we also got a message through a couple of other sources that Mitsui Sumitomo would like to meet us. We did meet and become partners. By the time we formalized the partnership, we'd already got our second license from the regulator, and it was time to subscribe to the capital of the company. It was a long journey after the insurance company was started. At that time, there was an elation and sometimes disappointments. The persons who had to face my reaction was Anandan, who worked with me to bring this company to existence. I believe that in the first few years of the company, we did not progress much. Then we had a change in management, and Anandan came in as managing director. We saw a vast change in the running of the company. We had projected the company will have a 5% share in the overall general insurance premium in about 10 years or so. I don't believe we have achieved this, but we definitely have achieved a good market share in specific products, and I'm indeed happy. We are leaders in some of the products and we have a very healthy solvency ratio. During our effort to find partners, we took the opportunity to visit reinsurance companies. This gave us a lot of insight into the insurance business, and I'm happy that we still deal with some of them. With all the history I've given you so far, I have not stated what inspired me to go into the insurance business. We are basically a single product company in a host of areas available in the financial services business. Though Chola had ventured into securities business and also wealth management, we had very few other products. It was only logical that we look at insurance as a strategic way forward to expand our presence in this sector. We did consider whether to go for life or general. Well, life would have given us a lot of assets under management to the long-term game. General is a one-year game, and we can tweak it as you go along. The assets under management are lower in general than life, but the amounts are fair. The starting of an insurance company did encourage us to start other financial services companies. We did go into mutual fund, but had to drop out very early in the game as we found we were not competitive in the Indian market. Chola Finance, of course, has given us a base to sell a lot of our products. Bank assurance was one of the ways to increase our exposure, and I'm indeed happy to say that it played an important part in our marketing effort. I have not seen the latest figures, but I'm indeed happy to hear that this company will achieve a gross premium income of 6,000 crores and with an investment base of over 14,000 crores in the current year. Looking back 43 years, when I was involved in starting Chola Finance, till date, it gives me immense satisfaction that I've been able to motivate a large number of people in bringing a lot of assets to the financial service sector. That we have over 80,000 crores of assets financed by Chola and 14,000 crores assets in the management insurance company is indeed a great accomplishment. May I wish Chola MS all the best in their 20th year of existence and for their future also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alagappan. Thank you very much. That was a wow moment. Thank you for sharing the story of Chola MS and the spark that brought you into general insurance. It's totally out of the script. This is to Mr. Murugappan, sir. I'm just tempted to say this, but I think we should chronicle this history of Chola MS somewhere. We have Vijay Lakshmi from GCC sitting here, and this is something really straight from the heart. I think we need to get this documented, sir. The team at Chola MS, Mr. Alagappan, joins me in assuring you that we'll continue to build the institution that you envisioned 20 years ago. We have grown over the years, standing tall on the shoulders of giants like you. Thank you. Chola MS enjoys the long association with the next speaker, Naoki Takeda-san. He has been associated with Chola MS in multiple roles in India and in Japan. Today, he is the whole-time director of Chola MS. I have great pleasure in inviting him to address the gathering. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste and Vanakkam. I'm Naoki Takeda, whole-time director of Chola MS. It's a great honor and a pleasure to welcome all of you here tonight. Our company has been able to grow significantly with the support of so many of our customers and the guests who attend today. I'd like to express my heartfelt appreciation to all your support and dedication. In 2003, Murugappa Group and Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance Company Limited established the Chola MS General Insurance Company Limited. Looking back on the past 20 years, I believe Chola MS was able to achieve significant growth by focusing on the following 3 points. First, we were able to expand our business scale and establish granular presence not only in the Tier 1 market, but also in the Tier 2, Tier 3 market by building a deep business relationship with key sales channels of banks, finance companies, agents, and OEMs. The second is that we have been committed to improve the quality of our claim services, which is a foundation of insurance business. Efforts have been made to strengthen the service system so that we could deliver peace of mind to our customers affected by accident instantly. Thirdly, we have dedicated ourselves to sound business operations under strong underwriting commitments and a risk management framework. However, we believe that all of this growth would not have been possible without the continued support of all stakeholders, including customers, business partners, agents, insurers, and vendors. I also would like to show my deepest respect to all of the dedicated staffs and the teams who have supported the Chola MS business growth all these years. We will head for the next 20 years from tomorrow. I think there is no need for us to elaborate growth potential in India. If we see society, economy, and the technology, there are so many evidences to envision further growth. The retail market is expected to grow tremendously with the growing middle class, the promotion of financial inclusion, GDP growth, the expansion of EV markets, and the development of the digital society, and so on. In addition, we assume that with Prime Minister Modi-san's economic growth strategy, we can expect a lot of growth in the commercial sector as well. Under these circumstances, Chola MS aspires for the next 3 points in the next phase of growth. Firstly, Chola's enhancement of customer experience by transforming into a player with a strong digital capabilities in both product offerings and the customer servicing. Secondly, is further diversifying its business line of mix to address various needs of customers and the business partners. Thirdly, is to develop business operation with a superior profitability and the capital efficiency, even while retaining the core operating philosophy of integrity and the professionalism that are common to both the Murugappa Group and the MSI Group. Through these initiatives, we will continue to strive to remain the insurance company of choice for our customers. That concludes my speech. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much.
Arigato gozaimasu, Takeda-san. Thank you. We do look forward to working with you and your colleagues at MSI, especially the expatriate team based out of India. We assure you of all your support, and thank you for the 3 points that you mentioned on enhancement of customer experience with digitization, diversifying our product portfolio, and developing the business operations. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of our employees have been with Chola MS through its 20-year journey. They are part of the story of Chola MS over the 2 decades. We would like to express our gratitude to them by felicitating them this evening. May I call upon Mr. M.M. Murugappan, Otsuka-san, and Mr. Surinarayanan to come to the dais to felicitate them. I have great pleasure in inviting Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Mathur, Executive Vice President and SBU Head of SME Commercial, to the dais. He has been associated with the organization since the Time House days. Thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you for being such a terrific leader and a mentor to the team. And this is testimony as given by the team. Wish you all the very best, Sanjeev. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Mr. K. Murli. He has retired on 30th of September as the Associate Vice President Administration, and he continues to be associated with us as on date. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Suryanarayan to rededicate ourselves and make a commitment for the future of Chola MS. He started his career in the Murugappa Group in CIFCO, moved to Chola MS as the CFO, undertook different roles, and today is the Managing Director of Chola MS.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A huge thank you to all those present here to make this occasion truly memorable. All of us in Chola MS are overwhelmed with joy and gratitude as the evening witnessed the reconnecting with friends and valued business partners. 20 years is a milestone for Chola MS in a long journey. It is an occasion to celebrate, an opportunity to reflect with gratitude, and more importantly, to focus on the future. We in Chola MS first and foremost thank God Almighty for His providence and benevolence. We recall with gratitude the initiative of the founding fathers of Chola MS and their vision to establish Chola MS as a leading player in the industry. We thank the joint venture partners, the Murugappa Group and the Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance Group, for their unstinting support to Chola MS through thick and thin, even as the industry went through several cycles of hope and at times despair. We take this opportunity to extend our felicitations to all past and present members of the Board of Directors who have given us the guidance, encouragement, directions, support, and more importantly, kept us unwaveringly on the right path. We thank all our bank partners, beginning with IndusInd Bank, all the public sector bank tie-ups that we have, the small finance banks, and the regional rural banks, NBFCs, housing finance companies, microfinance partners, automobile original equipment manufacturers, broking entities, digital partners, and of course, the 50,000 plus agents who bring us business. Chola MS would not be the organization it is without all your support. We bow our heads. We thank our reinsurers. Some of them are present here, for providing us with the risk capital and for trusting us. And my heartfelt appreciation for all our colleagues, past and present, who have made this organization what it is, build the organization brick by brick, and we have a solid foundation to take on the next 20 years. Our thanks to the dignitaries from the consular services, members of the Murugappa family, the senior management from Murugappa Group companies, and everyone who has joined on the virtual mode. At this 20-year juncture, it is important that we reflect back on 2 or 3 essential aspects that has made Chola MS a success story. First, we have always had the privilege of having strong, good, reliable partners. We have treated them fairly, honestly, with respect, and built a lasting bondage with several of them. We in Chola MS are never complacent. We keep improving our business model and learn new skills to make ourselves more efficient. We operate with a spirit of experimentation and are willing to venture into new markets, new product segments, and difficult segments as well. On this momentous occasion, it is also important and appropriate that we renew our pledge, a pledge to accelerate growth to augment Chola MS's position in the industry. In the current fiscal, we are poised to cross a new threshold. Growth from this position would demand a higher level of dedication, innovation, technology-backed customer service, and of course, relentless focus on execution. All of us in Chola MS commit to all of these. It will also require a pledge to strengthen the trust and mutual bonding with all our business partners, to whom my request is that we request your continuous support, encouragement, guidance, and ideas as well. The decade ahead of us is going to be more challenging than what we have seen all along. We are thankful to the regulator who has made a clarion call to enhance the insurance penetration in the country and has indicated several reformist measures to take the industry growth to 5x of what it is today. We firmly believe that to reach far, we have to walk together. We have no doubts that together we can make this possible without diluting our core philosophy of operating with trust and transparency. Thanks again to each one of you for taking time out and making this occasion truly memorable.
Thank you to all our customers. Thank you to all our partners. Thank you for being here this evening. Thank you, Mr. Suryanarayanan, for setting the agenda for Chola MS, the future of Chola MS. You've always set a scorching pace, and the team at Chola MS assures you that we will work under your leadership with our stakeholders, partners, and customers to achieve the vision of Chola MS. Thank you. In the next phase of the evening's program, we're delighted to bring to you Samyog, a confluence of sounds from India and Japan by Maestro Shashank, Inosu, and team. This concert incorporates harmonies of the two cultures that blend beautifully. These compositions will bring you the rich culture of Japan and India. Come, let us immerse ourselves in the sound of Samyog. More about it on your tables. I now invite Mr. M. Murugappan, Otsuka-san, and Mr. Suryanarayanan to come and felicitate the artist. We have 4 artists this evening: Sri Shashank Subramaniam on the Indian flute, the Basuri; Inosu on the Japanese flute, the Shinobu; Sri Ravi Ji on the keyboards, accompanied by Sri Krishna Kishore on the percussions. May I invite the dignitaries, sir, Mr. Murugappan, Otsuka-san, and Mr. Suryanarayanan, please come to the dais. May I call Sri Shashank Subramaniam, Inosu, Sri Ravi Ji, and Sri Krishna Kishore to join us on stage, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I wish to thank Chola MS for bringing us here this evening. This is a very rare collaboration, although I've worked with many Japanese musicians. This is very rare that it's happening in Chennai, and thank you for the opportunity. Today we bring together two bamboo flutes from Japan and India, and musics that are quite similar in certain ways, but also very different. So the first piece will be based on raga Malahari of the Indian tradition, and I will request So to introduce the piece.
皆さんこんばんは。今日私が演奏しますのは、神道の、儀式で演奏される、曲目です。今日はこういう場ですので、古代日本の音と古代インドの音が時空を超えて、ここでよみがえるというような構想で、私たち一緒に演奏したいと思います。We will play a traditional piece of Shinto music. Shinto is the oldest religion in Japan, and this music are played in a Shinto ceremony usually. And today I try to play Japanese music with traditional Indian music and also modern instrument also, and it get a new life of the sound.
Ooh.
The next piece is inspired by the Indonesian tradition of gamelan music. It's a pentatonic scale. It's also considered a very auspicious scale in South Indian tradition, where the Nadaswaram players play the scale as Mallari. So this is called Gambhira Natai. But this is also a very Asian scale, as we call it. This piece is composed by a friend of mine from Germany, and together we have played this in our album. This is called Raga High. The next piece is going to be explained by So, but from that piece we will move on to a brief alapana just for the chairman. He likes raga Kedar Gala. It's a very beautiful raga in our system. I'll play that and move on to a lullaby kind of a composition in raga Bihag, known as Beauty Without a Name.
最初に、私の方から、桜を演奏します。桜 is a quite old melody in Japan, and I will play in the beginning, then it will connect with Carnatic music. 次は、日本の、古い民謡でありますふるさとから、シャシャンクさんの音楽へと移り変わる構想です。I will play old Japanese melody also. ふるさと it means my village, my hometown.
This corresponds to the Western major scale, which is similar to the Bilaval or Shankaravarnam of our raga. And there is a contemporary piece called The First Impression. It's a beautiful piece composed along with my friend, a guitarist from Denmark. We have it on our album actually. It's a beautiful piece in Raga Shankaravarnam.
Thank you so much for that magical performance. Thank you. Words cannot express our gratitude for that. Thank you. May I request everyone to rise for the national anthem?
Unfortunately, I can't stand in place. So
Thank you. Thank you.